Hi, I'm Pat.
Hi, I'm Roger, and today we're off to Tankwa National Park for a few days of riding and generally chilling about.
Behind us is the Tankwa Stall, which is an absolute icon in the area, and a lot of people pull in here for the sheer local colour of it, and also it's become so important for the African burn.
And we have all these strange things like cars buried in the sand and artifacts and bits of art stuck on the walls, and very interesting place with even more interesting people, or what?
No, very interesting. It's been a fascinating lunch.
Yeah, as I said earlier, we're spending a few days at Tankwa riding and doing some photography and just having a chill time in Tankwa. And from there we'll head up to Middelpos, which is a delightful little Karoo dorpie on the top of Gannaga Pass. Overnight there at the Middelpos Hotel, and from there down to Sutherland.
Yes, and on to Blowkrans, which is in the Moordenaars Karoo, which sounds fascinating.
It does. Hopefully there are some riverine rabbits and the occasional aardvark, so we'll be looking out for those.
Yes.
Doing some photography and generally logging our whole trip. Well, good morning guys. Dawn has dawned and it is absolutely gorgeous out here in the Tankwa Karoo National Park. Our little chalet behind us there, and we're raring to go to get out into this wonderful area that they call the Tankwa Karoo National Park. So what do you think? Was that a nice little start?
It was, at least we warmed up.
Good morning. Day 2 dawns with a fiery display of light. Alas, it's a bit past it now, but I'll put some pictures up. We've been shooting a whole bunch of still images of the bikes up on a little bit of a rocky outcrop here. Some gorgeous stuff with this lovely sunrise here at Tankwa Karoo National Park. Some fabulous riding yesterday. Twice we went out early in the morning and explored some of the area to the west of us, but got some good riding in. Yesterday afternoon we headed out, and Pat picked up quite a bad puncture, and so getting that repaired on the dirt roads out here was quite an interesting process. So anyway, we got home, and what followed was a nightmare of slime, sealant, and some rather fruity language that I found myself having to use to get the job done. But done it got. So now we preparing to head out again today. What we're going to do is we're going to head 20 kilometers south of us back to the reception center. We're going to park there, and then we're going to go and explore the Langkloof Valley, where there's supposed to be quite a bit of game. So we were riding up to Langkloof, and Pat and Sharon in the front, and Black Eagle popped out from behind some rocks here and it was on a carcass. All right. Springbuck, and looks quite fresh. Certainly not something that's been here for days. And then there's some poop, which looks like some sort of cat or something. And then a little bit more investigation shows these scuff marks here. Look at that. Okay, and you follow it up. It's a little bit of fur here. Okay, poor old springbucky. And then it goes up here, round the corner, and there's the poor old springbuck. So quite an interesting little sighting that. Of course, we hope if it was a leopard, which I kind of suspect it might have been, that said leopard is not lurking somewhere in these bushes. Oh, there's another one, another Kempsbok. What a sight! We've just passed, how many? 4 Kempsbok, and there's one walking across the ridge right now. We've just arrived at Landkloof campsite, and time for coffee and lunch. Hi guys, day 3 of our Tankwa trip, and alas, today we leave Tankwa National Park, which has been gorgeous, and head over to Middelpos, riding up Gannaga Pass.
We're going to take it in turns to ride and drive, and initially Roger and Bruce are going to ride out because it's pretty chilly, and the girls can be in the warmth of the car.
Of the pass.
Well, the girls can be in the warmth of the cars, and then once at the foot of the pass we'll swap over and take it in turns all the way up the pass, so we all get a chance to ride and drive.
Yeah, Gannaga Pass is quite an icon just across the valley from us here. It's one of those must-do passes. Very scenic, very remote, and I believe there's been a washaway on it, although from what I can gather you can get through. We need to find that out to see if we can actually get through the pass, get up the pass, but I think there's enough room to get around. Yes. There's been a bit of rain, quite a bit of rain lately, and there was a washaway on the pass, but I think we can get around it, and really looking forward to that ride. We'll probably stop for lunch, brunch or something at the top, en route to Middelpos.
Yes, well, at least a coffee.
Looking forward to riding.
Yes, very much. It'll be great fun. Getting ready to ride.
Yes, are you looking forward to it?
Yes, I am, yeah.
This is wonderful.
Yeah.
As Bruce does a last minute lube there. we climb up Gannaga Pass, and I can see the washout ahead of us there, and I hope we're going to be able to get through that. Anyway, we'll see. Well, Bruce, there's the washaway. It does look quite severe. Wow, look at that. Look at that view. I'm just going to pull in front of you. What a view. There's Sharon in the distance, and here we are at the washaway. Not so bad. We can at least get through this, no problem. There's the washaway. Whoa, it's a bit steep down there. It's quite steep, is it not, Bruce? It's quite a drop off.
You see how the road's constituted.
Yeah. Well, here we are at the top. Well, almost the top. And look at this view. We're gonna have a lunch break here, I think. It's been a long and energy absorbing climb, even on the e-bikes. But there's the pass, all the way down into the valley. And in the far distance there, the Fraserburg mountains looking gorgeous in the blue haze. Well, good morning. It's day 5 and we find ourselves in the little town of Middelpos, up on top of the Roggeveld Mountains. We're staying at the Middelpos Hotel that you can see behind me, and it's an interesting little town. Food has been excellent, with some really good plus course last night and a proper farm breakfast this morning with boerewors and bacon and eggs and all manner of delicious things. Middelpos is interesting. It's not the biggest of towns. It's basically got a store, a hotel, 2 petrol pumps, and interestingly, it's one of the top boerbull breeding centers in the country. And yesterday we had a look at some incredible dogs. I've never seen dogs this substantial before. Certainly it's a fascinating little town. It can be damn cold, and in fact this morning it is a little bit brisk, but we've had a fantastic stay here. So today we're off to Sutherland, where we'll fill up with diesel, get a few bits and pieces, some food and stuff like that, and then we head south down the escarpment to Blokrans, where we'll spend the next 2 nights. Good morning. Well, we're here at Blokrans in the Moordenaars Karoo, which translates into the Moordenaars Karoo, somewhere near Langsberg. Now, on the way down yesterday from Middelpos, we were supposed to do a bit of riding between Sutherland and Blowkrans, but the roads were so absolutely appalling that it took us all day to get here. There was simply no time for riding, and in any case there was a bitterly cold wind blowing on those highlands up near Sutherland, the coldest place in South Africa. And so no, we didn't do any riding, and we found ourselves here at the delightful Blowkrans. Now behind me is the little kliphuisie or stone house that Pat and I own. It is delightful inside, so cozy and warm, little fire going. There's a lovely big fluffy double bed and a little bathroom that is just so good. Last night we had dinner with our host Francie, who prepared the most wonderful meal for us. So I must say, Francie does cook up a storm. Today we're going to do some riding and some biking. We're going across now to Bruce and Sharon in the Moordenaars, and we'll then decide where we're going to ride and how we're going to ride. Anyway, no riding today. We decided to take a walk to Blowkrans itself. Apparently there's this huge blue rock krans about 3 k's down the river. So we're off down there to go and check that out. We walked down the Buffalo River. One of the reasons was to see if we could find the San or Bushman rock art. And we did, in an overhang on the southern bank of the river. These ancient paintings on the ceiling of a little rock overhang overlooking the river. Good morning guys, our final day here at Blowkrans. Nice and clear today, but very cold. We're just heading out on our final ride here, having had breakfast up at Bruce and Sharon's. We just stopped off now to feed the rescue donkeys some scraps, a few carrots and bits of cucumber and things like that. But it's been a wonderful few days here. We headed up the Buffels Rivier yesterday to Blowkrans itself, where we found some rock art in the some San or Bushman rock art in the overhangs just adjacent to the krans. Very interesting stuff. Looks about 3,000 years old apparently. There we go. We also saw some signs of game, kudu and that sort of thing. Lots of bird life, which was very interesting. Then last night, Bruce and I fired up the cameras and did some night skies. The stars are just spectacular. Millions and millions of them. Photographed them with windmills and cars, whatever we could find. Much fun was had. Hope you've enjoyed this ride with us. Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you on the next one. Please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And also don't forget to subscribe. Stay well. Cheers.